Cooking with Gloria. Well, the cold weather is here, winter's here, and I want you to be ready and prepared. Today, I am sharing with you a very delicious atole. It's a oatmeal atole that I know that you guys are going to love. It's perfect for the go, for those mornings when it's raining and it's very cold and you want to offer your kids something delicious and warm. Well, here is my recipe. My recipe of oatmeal atole. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients: condensed milk, of course, vanilla extract made at home. You already have the recipe on my channel. Oatmeal, 1 cinnamon stick, whole milk, water, and this is everything we need to make this delicious oatmeal atole. Like I said, perfect for this cold weather. So let's get started. I am going to start with my pan and I'm adding some water. We're going to go ahead and just add some couple of cups of water, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull apart my cinnamon stick. We want to cook it in very low heat so that the cinnamon release all the delicious flavor. I have my whole wheat here, my oatmeal, the whole oatmeal here, and look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer it to my blender cup. I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer it because we want to go ahead and blend it and pulverize it and making sure that everything is nice and pulverized. I know that it really takes a couple minutes, but this part is very important. We're gonna go ahead and start the machine and then take it out, shake it just a little bit, and put it one more time. Okay, this is done. I don't see any little large pieces, so this is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and just transfer it to a plate so that you could see how blended it is. It's really nice and pulverized. Look at this. This is exactly how we want it, so that when we do our atole, it comes out very smooth, but yet a thick consistency. So this is just perfection. This is exactly how we want it. I know that it takes time blending it, but really, it really makes a big difference. We don't want chunky atole at all. Okay, let's go to the stove. The heat is really low. And this is exactly how we want to cook our cinnamon. You want to make sure that you cook it for about 10 minutes and let it cook slowly. It's going to start boiling. The water usually changes color, and that's exactly what we want. We want the cinnamon to release all that delicious flavor into the water. I know that you could already tell that the water is kind of light brown, and that's already telling us that the cinnamon has released all the delicious flavor. When this is already done, it's been cooking for about 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and just take the cinnamon pieces out of the water. We don't need the cinnamon anymore. And at this moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start adding my oatmeal. I'm going to add it, and I'm just going to mix it around, making sure that I incorporate it completely into the water. I have about 3 cups of just water. But I want to show it to you so that you don't get scared when you see it all clumped up. You're just going to be mixing it until everything becomes nice and smooth. But I wanted to show you this because I don't want you to say, wait a minute, this is an atole, it should be smooth, and look what happened. That's exactly what's going to happen. Once it starts getting nice and hot and you keep mixing it for about 3 to 4 minutes, you're going to start noticing that it's going to become very smooth. Just like this. Look how this looks. Okay, nice and smooth. There's not big chunky stuff anymore. It's really nice and smooth. And at this moment, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep mixing because I don't want it to get stuck on the bottom, to start getting burnt from the bottom. And of course, always use a wooden spoon, especially when you're making atoles. So at this moment, I'm going to add my condensed milk. And I'm just going to incorporate it completely. You want to make sure that you incorporate the condensed milk completely into the mixture. And now I'm adding my milk. Be generous with your milk because you want this to be really delicious and very creamy. Once you added your milk, you're just going to be mixing it. It's going to start boiling slowly, but don't step away. Always remember that when you're making atoles, you want to be there because it's going to start bubbling and you don't want to make a mess on your stove. You're just going to be moving it, making sure that you move it from the bottom towards the top. And when this is done and it starts boiling just the way it is, let me show you how thick this atole is. It's really nice and thick and creamy. My mouth is already watering. This smells delicious. My home is cold, but making this atole is warming up my home. So you know something? When it starts bubbling just like this, what I'm going to do, this is the time when we're going to go ahead and taste it to see how it tastes. To my tasting, this is perfect. If you don't have condensed milk, you could add regular sugar or diet sugar. And at this moment, I'm going to add my vanilla extract. The vanilla extract is very important because it's going to bring up all those delicious flavors of the oatmeal and the condensed milk. I'm just going to let it cook for just a little couple minutes, maybe three more minutes until it's nice and boiling so that everything incorporates completely. You want to make sure that your atole is really nice and smooth, but yet it's really nice and thick and hot. You want to enjoy your atole when it's nice and hot. Okay, look at it. It's really right now, it started already boiling. It has all the ingredients. Remember that we removed the cinnamon sticks because the cinnamon stick already released all the delicious flavor on the water. So right now, I am ready to add my cup and start adding this delicious atole. I have my cup here and I'm going to start adding this delicious atole. Nice and thick, and of course, nice and warm. Look at this. Let me show it to you from really close so that you could see the texture of the atole and how creamy and how delicious this looks. I am ready to enjoy it. I'm ready for the presentation. And you know something? I'll see you in a bit. completely done with this delicious oatmeal atole. You know something? You could add anything to it or just drink it on its own. I gave you two options today. You could add a tamal. Of course, you already have that recipe on my channel. You have red tamales, green tamales, pork tamales, chicken tamales. You have even turkey tamales. You can enjoy this delicious oatmeal atole with a tamal. Or, you know something? Just have it with the simple sweet bread. It really tastes delicious and it's a perfect breakfast or even a dinner. You know something? This atole comes out delicious. I hope you could give it a try. Make it for this cold weather. And you know something? Instead of just a regular coffee, let's have a oatmeal atole. Let's see how this came out, because you know that this is the part I really love and enjoy, tasting my recipes. Excuse me. I wish you were here to drink it with me, because this is really good and delicious, and of course nice and warm for this cold weather. It's still nice and hot. You know something? This is just perfect when there's a rainy day and of course you don't want just a simple coffee. Well, I invite you to prepare this delicious oatmeal atole. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share my video on social media so more people get to know Cooking with Gloria. Don't forget to push the notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated. So every time I make a delicious recipe, you are going to be notified. I share with you a video every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so that you could enjoy my delicious recipe. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious, nice and hot oatmeal atole. See you on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.